Who want an adventure? Get lost with Google Maps. Good morning, everybody. How are you all going today? They've got the big bushfire well and truly under control down south, so that's awesome. That's awesome. There was a fair bit of smoke around this morning still, but just clouds now. I want to do what I consider to be a very important video if you're going bush camping, especially if you go through nature reserves and national parks, anywhere in the bush really. I mean, we've all seen it. You go out and you find a beautiful bush camp and there's toilet paper everywhere because people just don't burn it, they don't bury it deep enough, well, they don't bury it at all, and it's really disgusting. You know, it can really destroy a really nice campsite, and that's also why a lot of places get closed, because of the pollution. So I'm going to have a talk about to you about porta potties. Now we've used both of these now. I'm going to give you a very fair, unbiased review, okay? Let's start off with the first one we owned. This eBay one. We bought this eBay one for $88, complete with a little pop-up tent. That's $88 I should have saved myself and not even worried about it. Okay, the first major issue with it was, now when you have a porta potty and you've got a bit of poop in them, okay, when you release the handle they all should burp, okay, because these are meant to be sealed units. Okay, and as a matter of fact, when you open them you should put the lid down and burp them before you use them, otherwise you're going to end up with mess everywhere. Alright, okay, it's made by Wallachs in America, and they're little bio packs. You just drop one into the tank with a litre of water, and we find just driving with this in the back of the ute is enough to shake everything up, and we had no trouble with toilet paper lumps or anything like that. We don't use any special toilet paper. We do minimise the use of the toilet paper. Alright, that's covered first of all two important things. This eBay unit let the gas out, okay, so it never burped, so it always smelled. Okay, that's the first drawback. Ease of use. Okay, as you can see, we do clean them when we're finished. Now you'll notice this has got a very small, I've only got small hands, so this has got a very small hole. It's almost circular. Now my wife found using this no problem at all. I, on the other hand, because of this tiny small hole, found that using this was a problem for me. The depth of the front of the bowl was not enough. This edge underneath the seat is sharp, so I'd sit on here and me boys, we'll just call them, would dangle down on the front of this bowl, very uncomfortable. I did not like using it at all. So I've been looking for another toilet, and when I saw that there at Dabco, I had a chat to Eddie about it, and I picked that up for a really good price. It's a really good gentleman in there at Dabco in Bunbury. and it's a lot better. Okay, now emptying this toilet, alright, it has got a very large empty hole just there, but it's got no vent, so when you empty it goes look, 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 look. And I was watching a video the other day actually on toilets, and they, oh, the smell, and I thought, yeah, well, you know, shit does stink, and you know, it's not sugar and spice that's going in there and all things nice, it's human waste. And if you're a vegetarian, it produces a lot of methane, like cows do, and that smell just continually came out of this unit. Now, we've used this unit on quite a few trips. I mean, a new seal would probably fix it, but bear in mind this is a brand new unit. And there's the instructions. Okay, 12 litre top tank, 20 litre bottom tank. You pull it there and that opens the flap inside. I've got nothing really good to say about this. Nothing really good at all. Alright, this porta potty. Now this, they make two models of this. They call it the Curve or whatever. I got the one without the batteries in it. I got the one I have is a hand pump. Okay, there's your water fill. Okay, just there. Let me just put that back in. There's your water gauge. The eBay one does not have a water gauge, so you only go by how heavy it feels. And down here you've got your lower tank gauge, which tells you very accurately how much sugar and spice is in the bottom of this unit. Okay. It does not smell at all. As you're driving along, it does not smell. Again, remember, when you use the unit, before you use the unit, lower the lid. This unit here, this handle here, opens the flap. Just open it a little bit to burp the unit. These do seal, so they do build up pressure. A lot of people say, well, why do they build up pressure? Lots of reasons. Temperature, altitude, and the most of all is methane. So they burp. So before you put any sugar and spice in the bottom of the bowl or liquids, okay, just simply open it just a little bit. You can see it down there. Burp the unit, and then you'll happily use it without having any splashes from the burp. It also has a direction up there. Alright, let's get into emptying the units. Okay, so I'm just going to put the camera down and split both of these units in half. Now, to split this one in half, you undo those hangy things there. To split this one in half, you grab it by the front handle, grab it by the top rear handle, and slide this lever across, and it simply lifts up. Okay, let me get them split and I'll show you the difference, what they look like. But the top litre of this tank is 15 litres. The bottom tank is 21 litres. So this one's 12 litres to 20 litres, 15 litres to 21. Okay, alright. Okay, we're back. Let's have a look at the cheap unit first. Like I said, it's got no air vent. You could crack this a bit while you're pouring it out, but then you're going to get poo pour out the top as well, which is just can end up really messy. Okay, now as you can see, it's got the seal and everything in there. It's not that old, it has been cleaned, but it leaked the gas out of the top there. It always stank. Alright, that's my experience with this cheap eBay unit. Okay, let's go. Before I move on, let's have a look at this. You see the distance of the dropper there? Alright, it doesn't cover the seal, so you end up with poop and all over the seal, and it's a can be really messy job to clean up. Alright, let's go to this unit. This unit has a pourer. Alright, you just swivel it around for pouring. Alright, inside the pourer, let's get this off. There's a measuring cup if you're using liquid chemicals. I don't, but there's a measuring cup there anyway. Alright, now this is the part. Okay, there's the handle there that unhooks this. You see the bottom of the toilet there? It actually comes down inside, goes past the seal and sits nice just off the bottom of this. Very clean, no poo on your seals or anything like that. There's another seal there for a hose, I believe. And this here is your release valve, so it lets air into the tank while you're emptying it. It's put right near the handle. It's easy to use. Alright, okay, so I'll put the top back on and then we'll talk about the seat on that unit. Bear with me a second. Okay, here we are back again. Now you'll notice this seat doesn't clip, nothing clips down, it just can all flap in the back. I'm actually going to build a little box to put this one in, but this one has a very firm clip on the front. Let's have a look at the difference in the bowl size, shall we? So we'll get the, first of all, we'll get the units level at the back. There we go. Well, and let's have a look from this side. There we go. Alright, see what I mean about the difference of the bowl? Yeah, these cost a bit more, quite a bit more. Well worth getting, let me tell you. Alright, now my problem with this one was the size of the bowl and the narrowness at the front of it there. Indeed, there's a lump there and it even bulges out. Okay, very uncomfortable to use. This unit, a lot deeper. Holds more water as well, but it's a lot deeper. The front, there's a lot of room at the front. The flushing mechanism is here. I found it does not quite go all the way around, but if there's any mess, you just dab it with a bit of toilet paper and put it in the hole and give it a bit of a spray out with a bit of water and it's fine. That's my experience with this one. We absolutely love using this one. I love using this one. There is absolutely no smell when the unit is closed and you're travelling from spot to spot. People don't think they're following a waste truck up the road. Okay. Again, when you open it, put the lid down, burp it, because you need to do that. Use it, flush it, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Of course, when you use the toilet and you've got this bottom flap open, yeah, there is a smell. I mean, that is not sugar and spice in there. So there is a smell that comes up from the bottom. This one had a smell in it all the time. It did get worse when you open the flap to use it, but all the time. Okay, filling the water tank. Alright, let's have a look. This one's got a little cap here, which you couldn't fill all the way to the top because as you were driving it leaked water. And when you do it up all the way down, it actually tightens up on the bottom of the plastic before it tightens up on the gasket. Alright, this one did not leak. It shuts lovely. Alright, it would probably have a lot to do with the way the lid's shaped. Alright, and for filling, it comes with this little filler which you put in there like that, give it a twist. It's got a little air gap at the back to let the air out of the tank, and you can just fill it up there, and when the water just starts to come out, you stop filling it, take this out and put this cap in. Now the reason I believe this doesn't splash water everywhere when you're driving is because this bit goes inside the tank and you've got a viscosity reaction that helps stop the water from splashing. Call it the viscosity of the water, and the friction of this part here and this part here actually helps stops it from splashing out. That's just your freshwater tank anyway, but still. Okay, so that's my honest review after using both units. I absolutely love this one. If you've only got 88 bucks or whatever and can only afford a cheap one, then you go with the cheap ones. Remember, a lot of national parks, unless you've got your own toilet with a holding tank, you're not allowed in them. Okay, and this classes as a toilet with a holding tank. Both units do. Alright, but please remember, use the bio packs. I've only got the Wallix ones. I think, I'm not sure, but I think Thetford do make a bio pack as well. I can only get these here. Extremely good. Even in an RV tank they will help break down the waste. Like, we didn't have any toilet paper lumps, anything like that. It was just all mixed in and it just poured straight down our house toilet with no problem at all when we got back. And remember, yeah, they do stink when you empty them because it's not sugar and spice in the bottom of that tank. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed that fair, I believe unbiased, that was yeah, unbiased review. Like I say, we picked this one up for $88 complete with a pop-up tank. These ones sell for just over $200 on eBay. They do make them with a little electric flush, okay, but we went for the manual flush because yeah, I don't have to take lots and lots of AA batteries with me everywhere I go. I can just go pump, 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 it's clean and it's good to go. The push button one is nice if you're in an RV or something and you've got you can buy a floor plate with these. Okay, and you can actually affix these to the floor of an RV and use them, no worries at all. And then you've got a little electric flash button, but it does eat AA batteries. Alright, there you go. Sorry for ending that last bit, but I forgot about that in the video. So, do the right thing. Don't use chemicals in national parks. Use biodegradable enzymes. Okay. that you find in septic tank systems. And as you can see, the rapid breakdown of waste paper, true. Pre-packaged portion controls, no spills, true. Septic tank safe, true. Wallach, you make a nice product.